opened James Lee, a new elementary school for colored children in Falls Church, Virginia. This was the first school built for African Americans using the same standards as those schools built for white children. The brick William Carey Elementary School was built in 1956 using these same standards on a portion of John Bell's original homestead on Summers Lane in Bayless Crossroads. In 1953, the Greater Community Civic Association was founded at the Scripture Church in Bayless Crossroads, and Elder Marshall was elected president. Mr. William Ball was elected president in 1954, and by 1955, the association activities became inactive. In 1955, the members of the Bayless community came together at Warner Baptist Church to make the Civic Association active again. At that time, Mr. Raymond Powell was elected president, and under his leadership, the association became an active member of the Federation of Civic Associations and was named the Springdale Civic Association. At this time, the only public service available to the community were electricity and telephones. Does anyone here remember the old party line phone system? One had to know their ringing pattern. There were no paved roads, no trash collection, natural gas, storm drains, sewer, water, or recreation facilities. We also did not have but one egress in and out of the community. We were forced to live in a segregated community surrounded by white middle-class neighborhoods faced with the unjust laws of Jim Crow. Finally, after successfully winning several Supreme Court cases in the 50s, Brown versus the Board of Education, Topeka, Kansas, and the Civil Rights Movement during the 60s, things also started to change in our community. Community leaders during this time were William Ball, Deacon Fryer, Reverend Milton Shepard, Colonel Robinson, Rosa Wood, Clarence Pitts, Ed Hall, and many others. As a result of their efforts, the community received the following services: water, sewer, gas, and pavements of roads, the installation of street lights, and storm drains. I was elected president of the Springdale Civic Association in 1976. We continued to work for community improvements. In 1977, the Board of Supervisors designated the Bayless community a conservation district that made us qualify for federal funds. These funds made it possible to complete the infrastructure, Bayless Community Center, and upgrade existing homes through low-interest loans. Bayless Crossroads is no longer an eyesore. It now has the eye of developers. Anybody have any questions? And if you ever come through Bayless Crossroads now, if it's been 20 years since you drove through there, you get lost.
I have a question. So
yes.
You mentioned Elder Marshall. I'm familiar with that particular pastor and some of the members of that congregation. But that's a landmark. That's a historical landmark, that church there. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, we
read.
had two churches, original churches in the community. One is a Scripture Church, and one is Warner Baptist Church.
The Scripture Church.
Right. Now, Warner Baptist Church was built before Elder Marshall built that particular church.
Okay. But is that a historical landmark?
I don't know if we could say.
When was it built? Who was that church?
It was built when I was a kid.
But you don't have the exact date of the building. That's what I want to know.
No, I know. It was. I graduated from high school in 1962.
That's when I was born.
4 years before that was 57 when I came in. I was going to elementary school. It would probably be somewhere around 55, 56.
Can you find out for me?
I could find out, yes, if you give me your name and number and so forth, so I can ask him. Because the church, he owns the church.
Right. I know it. I fellowship with them sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he owns that church. It's not a community church, but he owns it.
Right, and I didn't know it was there that long.
Yeah, it was built in the 50s.
I had never asked him. His wife passed away. I never asked Elder Marshall, Pastor Marshall, myself, how old was the church.
Well, so we remember as kids growing in the community is why we remember. I remember everything because they originally built the basement. They didn't build the whole church. They excavated, they built the basement, and they put a flat roof on it. And it being a holiness church, Okay, and if you know what that means, this
I
is
do.
from
I'm
Southern
a Christian.
Baptist.
I'm a
Warner
Christian.
Baptist is the Southern Baptist, and I belong to Warner Baptist, and you grow up in that environment, and the Holy Church, they worship somewhat differently. And as kids, we would always go over there in the evenings and listen to what's going on in the basement, because they sound like they was had a lot better time in there than what we were having over here. So it's always fun to go by and listen at the service. So that's why I always remember that it was the process of being built, and then it built the rest of the church.
There's more than one group of Summers. You mentioned the name Summers.
Right. Summers. SUMMERS.
Not SOMERS.
And then you have SOMERS.
Are you familiar with Clarabelle Summers?
Clarabelle Summers now, if it's SU, that was my cousin.
Mr. William Summers was her husband?
Yeah.
Now?
Right.
So he was your cousin?
Right.
Okay. So Vonda would be Vonda and Laurie, and Clarabelle's children would be your second cousin?
Yeah, second or third.
Third, okay.
And then the other half of my family is Mount Pleasant. So Summers and Mount Pleasant, we're like second, third cousin. First, second, third.
So you're kin to both of the Summers?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Not S-O, but as long as it's spelled S-U. Any more questions?